think I start out with a new return to nature poem, which is totally non-corporate. This is the opposite of corporations. Lost poem. The child beyond reason is wise, and I wish my days spent bounding, a child in nature. There was a time when the yard, the garden, the orchard, the barn, the pond, the meadow, the chicken coop, the fields, the cows, the horses, the pigs, the dogs, the cats, the woods, the hills, the valleys, the streams, the creeks, the rivers, the paths, the dirt roads, the gravel roads, all of nature, untrammeled and barely trammeled, earth and sky shone in heavenly light. Every day, every night, sunrise, sunset, sun, moon, and stars, rain, sleet, hail, snow, wind and calm, cloudy and clear, warm and cold, spring, summer, fall, winter, trees, leaves, flowers, grass, planting, hoeing, harvesting, birth, the journey, death, all of nature, all and everything shone in heavenly light. A child beyond reason is wise. I let go all longing. I wish no more. I walk out the door. I will spend my remaining days bounding, a child in nature. That's an activist poem right there, against corporations. Now, here's another one. This is a new one titled I Refuse. I refuse. This is perfect for an activist festival. I refuse. I refuse to wear a seat belt. I refuse to take a breathalyzer. I refuse to take a mandatory drug test. I refuse to take a mandatory polygraph. I refuse to take a mandatory anything. I refuse. I refuse to cut my hair or shave my beard. I refuse. I refuse background credit checks in order to get a job. I refuse background medical checks in order to get a job. I refuse medical exams in order to get a job. I refuse. I refuse to bow down to any government. I refuse to bow down to any religion. I refuse to bow down to any corporation. I refuse to bow down to any military. I refuse to bow down to any dogma. I refuse. I refuse to accept or adhere to meaningless laws. I refuse to fight wars for despots, for tyrants, for power mongers. I refuse to fight wars. I refuse. I refuse to hurt anyone. I refuse. I refuse to stop drinking red wine. I refuse to stop smoking marijuana. I refuse to stop taking mescaline and peyote. I refuse.
Hey guys, y'all gonna have to go.
I refuse to stop living my non-violent. Oh, how far? Excuse me, why?
Because we're having a show here and you guys are interrupting. You have to pay to be here.
I would pay to be in there.
Right.
I'm an activist poet.
Right.
How far away?
Well,
my name's Ron Whitehead. What's your name?
Right. I was just asked by Forecastle. They're saying that you're in the front of the entrance and that you're.
How far away do I have to go legally?
Let's find out. Okay.
Yeah. Let me know. I refuse. I refuse Forecastle. I refuse to stop living my non-violent warrior life on my own terms. I refuse to bow down to anyone or anything. I refuse. I refuse. I refuse. I refuse to kiss anybody's ass except Sarah's. I refuse to kiss ass. I refuse to do anything Big Brother asked me to do. I refuse, Big Brother. I refuse. I refuse to be spanked by anyone but Sarah. I refuse. I refuse to wear pink tights or panties or any other women's clothes, except maybe a woman's cowboy hat every now and then, but you go ahead and wear whatever you want to wear. How far do I need to move?
All the way down
away from the entrance.
Away from the entrance,
down,
all the way down
to
to the bottom.
sir.
That's the entrance down there?
All the way down to the bottom.
Away from this entrance is what they're concerned about. I don't, thank you, sir.
Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, let's keep reading while we're walking.
Yeah.
I refuse to tell anyone what to do. Unless they're hurting someone, then I'll do all I can to stop them. I refuse to be a disciplinarian or an authoritarian. I refuse. I refuse to be a member of the status quo. I refuse to live in the suburbs. I refuse to sleep too much. I refuse to be a zombie. I refuse to submit to anyone or anything. I refuse. We'll finish this at the bottom down here, Jeremy.
Right.
Being escorted away from the entrance of the Forecastle Festival, Ron Whitehead, who opened every Forecastle till this year, the activist poet of Kentucky, is being escorted away from Forecastle. Is this the entrance right here, the sidewalk?
I want you right here. Get away from everybody.
The security guard is moving me away from
Yeah. Hi. How you doing? Good looking out.
Okay, so we'll stand right here and finish this film. An activist is being turned away from the Activist Festival, which is not an activist festival anymore. I refuse. I refuse to go to church. I refuse to have anything to do with a church or an undertaker. I refuse to believe anything you ask or tell me to believe. I refuse to tell a lie. I refuse to allow you to bring me down. I refuse, I refuse, I refuse. I refuse to hurt anyone or anything. I refuse to hurt Mother Earth. I refuse to hurt my family, friends, allies, guides, angels. I refuse to hurt my enemies. I refuse. I refuse to be angry. I refuse to hate. I refuse to follow any path but the path of love. I refuse. I refuse. I refuse. I refuse. Well, that was good.
Sir, you do not have my permission to put down anything.
I refuse to tell anyone what to do.
Oh, we're babysitting.
Someone, then I'll do all I can to stop them. I refuse to be a disciplinarian or an authoritarian. I refuse. I refuse to be a member of the status quo. I refuse to live in the suburbs. I refuse to sleep too much. I refuse to be a zombie. I refuse to submit to anyone or anything. I refuse. We'll finish this at the bottom down here, Jeremy.
And this is what
Being escorted away from the entrance of the Forecastle Festival. Ron Whitehead, who opened every Forecastle till this year, the activist poet of Kentucky, is being escorted away from Forecastle.
You'd think this was a National Republican Convention or something. Oh, it was free and easy and open, and it was basically a place where artists could come and express their ideas in music and print and paint and, you know, the various mediums that you would expect young people and older people to utilize to express their views of the world situation, as it were, at the time, at least the way we viewed it, and which has now, in fact, become the popular way of viewing it, I think, as we have so few people now who want to stand up for the president. I heard Chris Rock say on Saturday Night Live last night that said, why wouldn't we want a black man in the office now? We've had a retard for all these years. But yeah, what was cutting edge then is just is popular expression now, and they're just catching up with the right now. So they have certainly gone about 390 degrees, I think, and made a left somewhere. How about a little shotgun full of Jesus? So there you are at the old open bar, trying to cold beer the road dust out of soundproof ears, when a whiskeyed stranger reaches for his Revolver album and snarls, "I bet you can dance now, city slicker." Well, and I says to him, "Better back off there, stranger, 'cause I got a shotgun full of Jesus, I got a barrel emptied of tortured rain, I got a peace brain blown to pieces, I got heart full of love, I got soul full of rage, I got a shoebox full of jumpy religions, I got alchemy nation nuclear decisions, I got lingering ancestral kisses waiting overseas, I got stepped on fingers downstairs."